Looks like we had a mini-insurrection in D.C. earlier today. TikTok protesters protesting out in front of the Capitol building. All Democrats, by the way, as you're going to find out with this article. This is at NBC News, just like CBS News. Don't take away the community that we've built. Creators protest potential TikTok ban in D.C. Now, the rally came one day before TikTok CEO Shou Zi Chew is scheduled to testify in Congress about the app. So he's going to testify tomorrow. And this is a story by Callahan Rosenblatt. Came out today. It says a group of about 30 content creators gathered outside the nation's capital on Wednesday, holding signs that echoed their plea to lawmakers, quote, keep TikTok. The TikTokers, who have a collective following of over 60 million people, joined Representative Jamal Bowman, Democrat from New York, Representative Mark Pocan, Democrat from Wisconsin, and Representative Robert Garcia, Democrat from California, for a rally to discuss their opposition to a potential ban. Because Biden is thinking about banning TikTok altogether, which really he doesn't have the constitutional authority to do. Neither does Congress. Pardon me. They don't have the constitutional authority to do this unless TikTok is creating a serious national security threat, or the company is located somewhere here in the United States and they've been engaging in espionage, sabotage, anything that would be a threat to national security. So the article goes on to say this, quote, I use TikTok to share a love of my family and our journey through foster care and adoption, and through that, I've been able to create a community of people from all over the world. TikTok creator Jason Litton, known as I'm not going to give this out though, said while addressing the crowd, I'm asking our politicians, don't take away the community that we've built. And they've got a picture of all these Democrats, these pro-free speech people. So let me get this straight. And by the way, there's no security here in this photo. No security around these people out in front of the Capitol building, the Citadel, the cathedral, their shrine to democracy there in D.C. So they've got 3 women, mind you. 1 white, 2 black. And it says on their little protest signs, my voice thrives on TikTok. My teaching thrives on TikTok. My education platform thrives on TikTok. Do you really go to TikTok for education, for teaching? No, you go there to be entertained, just like I have to entertain you here on YouTube. The creator gathering in D.C. comes one day before TikTok CEO Shou Zi Chew is scheduled to testify in Congress about the app. NBC News confirmed last week that Biden is considering the Biden administration is considering a ban of TikTok in the U.S. if the app's Chinese owners refuse to sell their stakes. Critics of the app argue TikTok is a national security threat given its ability to collect data on its users, but some people are arguing, well, any app can be considered a security threat, and I'm a free speech guy. If TikTok isn't engaging in anything that's related to national or a threat to national security, then they should have every right to operate here in the U.S. And free speech should be protected, whether you're a liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, independent like myself. With some noting much of the user base is teens and young adults. That's who mostly uses TikTok. This is countered by security experts who argue the app is no more security threat than many other apps that collect data, as I just mentioned. And they've got a clip here of these these protesters standing, they weren't engaging in insurrection. But the point I'm trying to make here is they can go out there and they can protest, right? But Trump supporters can't go to New York and protest outside of Trump Tower without... This is funny. I saw this earlier today, that there's not really anybody showing up at these feared protests by Trump supporters, maybe 20, 30 people, and they're being outnumbered by the anti-Trumpers. Outnumbered by the anti-Trumpers. I think at that point I would be a little more concerned about the anti-Trumpers. But getting back to the article, quote, my question is, why the hysteria and the panic and the targeting of TikTok, said Bowman, who staunchly defended TikTok and denounced legislation to ban the app. Quote, as we know, Republicans in particular have been sounding the alarm, creating a red scare around China. TikTok, he said, created a community and space for free speech for 150 Americans and counting. So do we have these 150 Americans? Do we have them engaging in a virtual insurrection? Just thought I'd throw that out there. He also described the platform as an educational tool and a place where 5 million small businesses are selling their products and making a living. So again, as long as TikTok isn't engaging in sabotage, espionage, anything that would be a threat to national security, I'm all for free speech. Oh, here's the insurrectionist in this clip from TikTok. Is this TikTok or is this at... oh, no, this is at Twitter. Somebody posted this at Twitter. Sitting around. And I noticed most of them are Asian, by the way. Very curious. Most of them are Asian in this video here, at this protest. But I gotta point this out. What is it with liberals in bad hair? You notice that? They all have bad haircuts. Shirt unshoveled, not tucked in, they're just so invested in social justice they don't have time to comb their hair and tuck their shirt in. I'm only kidding, folks. Hokan, who also addressed the crowd, said, we have a real problem that exists that's happening with social media in general, with data, with disinformation. But that's what we should be addressing, he told the crowd, made up of mostly creators and press. But instead, the debate has gone to whether or not we should ban a single platform, and it's getting lost on that rather than the very real issues that Congress should take on. Well, I agree with that. You shouldn't just be focusing on one app. If there's a series of apps out there that are creating a national security threat, go after them. As long as you're not violating the First Amendment. Several creators who spoke to NBC News ahead of the rally said they felt motivated to spread awareness to lawmakers about the impact TikTok has on their livelihoods and communities. And they said that TikTok flew them to D.C. to participate in the press conference. So TikTok flew them to D.C. to participate in this press conference. I wonder if any of them got paid for this. I'm joking. Quote, I want to stop the misconception that it's just an app. It's so much more than that, said Duncan Joseph, who has more than 4.5 million followers on his account. If it were to be removed, these communities can't just go to another spot. Well, why don't you create your own then? This is home, and you just can't rip that social fabric away from so many people. Going through, it's kind of a lengthy article here, so let me just kind of skip through this. Oh, okay. So now we've got the trans community involved in this. Listen to this. Others like Naomi Hart, known as blah, 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 said she wanted to let politicians know how the app has helped give a voice to marginalized groups. Okay, so TikTok flies these people in, the press is there, and now you've got somebody who's trans who's saying that her account gives people a voice to marginalized groups. Good. I feel like as a trans woman, which means you're a man who had your thingy cut off, and being on this platform, I've had opportunities I never would have had if it had not been for TikTok. Bring this cold to you again. She said, it's very, he said, I mean, they said, them, he, there, whatever you call yourself, want to call yourself. It's very disheartening to see people try to take that away. Arts initially planned to use her platform for entertainment, but she said soon realized how important it was for her followers to see a trans woman, I mean a guy who had his thing cut off, who is thriving on the platform. Well, hey, more power to you, brother. I mean, sister. I mean, whatever you want to call yourself. Quote, I do this because I want to be the representation I wish I saw growing up. No, you want to get attention. And let's be honest, most of us on YouTube, we do it for fun. We hope people enjoy the videos, If I get, for me, this is fun for me, okay? This is how I like to relax. Come here, entertain you, do these videos. But at the end of the day, that's why we do this. It's not for some social cause. It's for talk about issues of the day. Okay, you can have a business, use YouTube to promote a product. That's true. But even then, you got to entertain people to get them interested in your product. It's called the elevator pitch. So she goes on to say, this trans activist, I feel like the app is a place where people come to feel a sense of humanity and a sense of togetherness. And so it really is disheartening to see a possible ban, but I hope our stories will help change these politicians' minds a bit. Art said TikTok. Now notice this article is focusing mostly at the end here on this hearts chick dude person thing, LGBTQI plus activist. Art said TikTok has also given her the ability to be a full-time content creator, making whatever it is she makes in her first year on the platform and whatever else she makes in her second year throughout with brand deals. On Tuesday, Chu directly appealed to TikTok users himself, posting a video to the platform. Quote, some politicians have started talking about banning TikTok, he said in the video. Now, this could take TikTok away from 150 million of you. Like votes? He's expected to share a similar message in his appearance before the House Energy and Commerce Committee Thursday morning. This is another thing that gets me. Why all these committees? Why all these hearings? Why don't you bring this back to the states? Let the states decide if they want to have TikTok in their state. He also plans to argue that the social media platform is safe and secure for teenagers and other users, and that it won't be accessed or influenced by the Chinese government. So article here at NBC News. Don't want to take too long in the video here because YouTube is cracking down on that now. And we're getting to the 12-minute mark. But article at NBC News, you may have not seen this. I didn't see a lot of coverage about this. So we have some TikTok users protesting in D.C. in front of the citadel to democracy, their shrine, their cathedral. And they're all Democrats, by the way. Didn't see any security in these photos. My voice, my teaching, my education platform. Referring back to this photo I talked about earlier. So if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can go to Twitter, Cultural Confederacy at CulturalConfed1 on Twitter. This is the Cultural Confederacy saying, peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing we call the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll see you next time.